That's still hasn't shown yet. So starting recording, but hasn't. There we go. Hey everybody, welcome to the Say Something Else podcast. I'm your host Rick Grease. There's your co-host John. What up, John?
What up?
I don't know if y'all can see the smoke out here. I know it ain't 420 no more. Trust me, I ain't smoking. I'm out here grill some hot dogs for dinner. That's it. I had to take a bite live on the air, fresh off the grill. It's gonna be so good.
We are here live on the air with the fat bitch himself. I'm playing. Ja, that's me. I'm playing.
Crazy week so far. It's only Wednesday. We'll go ahead and jump right into everything. But first, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Please comment. Watching on Facebook, do the same thing. Share, comment. We got all of our products that we slanging on this show every week.
Not slanging.
We got the beer balm, the beer oil, the Say Something Else, Smell Like Podcast candle. We got the t-shirts that I wore last week for the podcast. We got my book, The Ultramolic. Let's get it. You won't be disappointed in any of them. And we're users, so.
For sure.
But jump right into it. The moment that we all waited for yesterday, the verdict is in. I was shocked AF.
Same.
Like seriously, I was I literally had the same look Derrick Chauvin did. I was like,
he didn't have that. Like he had no emotion. He had his like no soul. This is him with no reason verdict. He was just like.
You saw a little bit in his eyes when he did. He was like, when it's over. So I got the screenshot of it too. Posted at the end of this podcast, but yeah.
I know. The sad thing is, I think we were all shocked. Everyone was shocked, even the racist people out there.
Yeah.
Even the racist people on the other side that make excuses for him, even they were shocked. Like, that's really sad. That first of all, it's sad that we had to have this trial when it's all on video. The whole world saw what happened. This is like his murder sparked the biggest civil rights protest in ages. Like literally across the world, everyone saw what happened. What'd you say?
I say, if not the biggest in history, or at least one of the top 3 biggest in history.
I would probably say the biggest. I don't know. I wasn't alive back then because I'm still young. But as you can see, I'm playing. It's just sad because everyone saw what happened, and like we still have to go through the nervousness of even having a trial and then waiting for the deliberation. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous and thought it was a bad sign that they didn't have the verdict the first day.
Yeah.
Were you too? It was like, oh, they waited a day, like they don't already have a verdict, even though it's like a clear-cut case. Like I was like, ooh, is that a bad sign?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, and then just the history of all the other cases that are like this.
Exactly.
I really had like very minimal. I don't want to say hope. That's not the right word. I still had hope that they made the right decision, but I was skeptical. I guess that's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Like skeptical. And then just seeing like all the precautions that they did beforehand, having all the National Guards out there, and then making the move like an hour before the verdict was read to be down there. I was shocked when they announced guilty. I had to do a double take. I was like, wait, what? I was all on Twitter and stuff on my live feed, scrolling through, seeing people's comments, saying everybody had the same comment. It was like all 3 in caps, like all 3.
All 3. Guilty, bitch. Enjoy prison, sweetie.
So I'm just glad that they got the verdict right. Now it's not over. I attribute to this in like football terms or basketball terms, like teams that haven't been to the playoffs or win a championship ever or in a while, when they hit that last shot in the regular season and they qualify for the playoffs, they're like super happy, but you still got the playoffs and the championship to go. So this is just a small step. This is like making the playoffs. We still got 8 weeks until the sentencing comes out, and who knows, he might not even get the max sentence. It could be a year on each count or something like that, and he get 3 years. So everybody celebrating stuff. Don't celebrate just yet.
Right.
Even though he's convicted, I'm still very skeptical that he'll get like a huge long sentence. Right. Like if he serves anything more than 5 years, I'll actually be shocked.
I mean, I agree. I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but like we're only saying this because we've seen it happen time and time again, where justice isn't even served. Like we don't even get this far, And then if they do, like, are they really going to get a long time in prison? And then if it goes to prison, they're going to protect them in there too.
Oh yeah, you'll probably be like a maximum security prisoner or something stupid
Right.
like to get the celebrities when they go to jail.
But in a way, it's like it's annoying, but then at the same time, he's still in there, so he's still getting prison. So whatever, can't win them all, right? It's sad.
Yeah.
Like it's just sad because like if you see my background, this is only just a small amount of police brutality victims in the Black community that have died, and they have not received justice for their murders. The only one who has is George Floyd.
Yeah, and really, has he really? Because there's other officers there.
I'll say that too.
And they probably won't even get anything, even though Derrick Chauvin did. So
I mean, I agree. I was gonna say that too. Like, it's I don't know. I just don't want to come across like I'm being negative. I'm really not. But I mean, this is just the reality of the matter. Like, there are 4 or 6 other officers? God, I can't remember.
total lie.
There are other officers there that are complying with it all. Like, they're just as guilty, in my opinion. Like, they need to get some kind of charge at sticks. Like, they were still negligent in supporting that lethal force.
Yeah,
being on the neck for 9 minutes.
I agree 100%. I can definitely see them giving the Black people hope in the community that justice was finally served, and then they come back, give him a license, and then the other officers get off, and then we're just gonna have a whole another round of protests and stuff.
Right. So, exactly.
We'll see. All we can do is wait and see, and try not to spend too much energy on it. But it's gonna be a wild 8 weeks.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people post memes and quotes by saying that this isn't justice, this is accountability. Like, real justice for this issue is actual police reform.
Yeah.
In the whole system. Like, in my opinion, this whole system just needs to burn down and just build a new police force and build something else up, because the way it was built, like, it was never intended to support or protect Black people in the first place. I mean, when police were literally factually, this is not just an opinion, y'all. When the police in America were factually created to catch runaway slaves, I said this last time, they still have that mentality. Like, they still have that same mentality when it comes to law enforcement. So, like, how do you even reform that? Like, you just need complete change anyway. So that's when actual justice will be done.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just a couple weird observations. It might not be anything, but like the choice of words that people use. Like, I want to say it was George Floyd's girlfriend that was out there, and she was talking. She said something to the effect of like, "Thank you for sacrificing your life," or something like that. And I just kind of find that weird because Nancy Pelosi said the same thing when it happened, and I was like, I don't think they sacrificed their life, because sacrifice is a choice. I mean, they were literally murdered and killed. They didn't give up. They didn't want to give up their life for justice. He was just going about his day, and he's dead. So I don't see how that's sacrificing your life for it. So
yeah, I mean, I didn't even heard that, but I'm gonna watch that, see what they say. But yeah, watch your words, y'all. Words are important.
Especially, I can make girlfriend, but Nancy Pelosi, no. You're a politician. Y'all choose y'all words very carefully. So when you say stuff like that, there's intention behind it, and you're not helping the people that think that this is a psyop. When you say stuff like that, you're just adding fuel to the fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go watch what you're talking about because I didn't see that.
On top of the fact that his brother is a Mason, a 33rd degree Mason, but another story for another day. There's a lot of irregularities that always happen to just magically appear for these types of things. So, but anyway, shifting gears to another thing. It wasn't even a whole 30 minutes, hour long before we got to the next killing. But this one, to me, it's a little bit different. I ain't even gonna take the side of the girl, even though she was underage. I'm not sure if I pronounced her name right. Is it Micaiah or Makia Bryant?
Yeah, I'm not sure. So sorry if we mispronounced it out there, but I wasn't sure. I haven't heard it be pronounced. I've seen it been spelled.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it's pronounced, but.
Yeah, she was supposedly, from what I read, she was in like some sort of fight with another girl, and she had like a knife, and she was like gonna like stab the girl, and the officer ended up shooting her to try to save the other girl from being stabbed to death. And of course, people on Twitter are already outraged across social media sites and stuff like that, and they're like, "Oh, he could have just tased her" and stuff like that. But the taser ain't necessarily gonna stop nobody from still getting stabbed to death. So to me, either way it goes, somebody was gonna die. Either the girl's gonna get stabbed to death and die, or she's gonna get shot. And then on top of that, why would you even have a knife out there? If you know cops are out there, why would you have them pull out a knife? Especially when you know they shooting people for any reason. Like
apparently,
to me, why?
she called because I don't know that I'm gonna wait for the full story to come out because I've been trying to read it, but I haven't seen like the full story.
Yeah.
Maybe I just missed it, but I really haven't seen the full story come out what the whole situation was. But from what I understand so far, she called the cops because like the girl came to her house harassing her.
Yeah.
And so they were fighting and I guess defending herself, and she got the knife to defend herself or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, it was still her property because it was her house. So, I mean, yeah, I can understand a cop seeing a knife and understand something's about to go down, but I think people are outraged because like he shot her 4 times. There's like that. There's no need to shoot her 4 times. Slash, it was pretty much right when he arrived. Like there was no other kind of.
Pulled up and started blasting.
Yeah, like it's almost. It reminds me of the Tamir Rice shooting where he was playing with the toy gun out there and they didn't even stop the car. They didn't even fully stop the car and they shot him. Like,
yeah.
Like with all the training and all the little gadgets and gizmos cops have and all the training and everything they do, why does it seem like that's the only thing they can do when it comes to black people is automatically shoot and ask questions later? Like there is stuff that you could have done to prevent the girl from being stabbed.
There's also things that could have prevented both of them from being out there in that situation in the first place. So if we're going to talk about accountability, let's do it for the victims too. Stop getting in fights over dumb shit or just fights in general. If it's not something that's life threatening to you, stop coming at people with weapons. Like this could have all been avoided, but because somebody tried to keep it real because they was mad about something, now people are dead for no reason. It didn't even have to be this way. So I blame the cops.
Life was threatened.
I can't get behind it like the other ones. Like truly innocent people, like I can't do it because you shouldn't have been out there doing that in the first place.
Well, maybe she felt her life was threatened.
Well, yeah, somebody come at me with a knife, I'm gonna fight back too, but don't answer the door.
But no, Micaiah was the one that had the knife.
No.
Can we get a view of the hot dog real quick?
Huh?
Can we get a view of the hot dog real quick?
This one ain't as burnt as I like, but it's crispy enough. Oh, there we go.
You don't got no mustard, onions, and nothing on there?
I don't need it.
That's the struggle dog, y'all.
I ain't got time for all that.
Everybody, reach your hand towards rig grease. Let's pray we don't got to have struggle dogs no more.
Not a struggle dog. I don't have time for that. But anyway, I mean, heart goes out to the victims. I mean, she was 15 or 16 years old for her parents, and if she had any siblings, I'm not sure if she did, and other family members.
My thing is, why are cops able to break up fights and knife fights or fights with other weapons when it's white kids fighting? But you roll up on a black girl and you shoot her 4 times.
Yeah, that's like one shot. I can see one shot, but 4 times. That's not really necessary. You don't take 4 rounds to stop a
right.
6.
Or at least really make your presence known. Because from what I saw, he was just like, he just kind of said, "Hey, move," like lightly. Like there's a lot of commotion going on outside. Like there's no authority. I don't know. We'll wait for the full story to come out. Either way, it's unfortunate that she died. She shouldn't have been shot 4 times. That's not okay.
People learn to control your emotions so you don't get yourself put in these situations in this day and age. Just that's not worth your life. Is it really just stop and ask the question, is it worth my life? If the answer is yes, then proceed by all means. But if you don't care to be here anymore, but come on, man. We got to do, humans have to do better, period. Regardless of race, regardless of occupation, humans need to stop. To stop. Oh, and one more.
Humans do need to stop. Just the world needs to stop. I'm over it.
Like it literally needs to stop. Just the world just stop spinning. Just stop.
Stop. Just kidding.
But going back to our previous topic with the weird observations, one that I had was also they had the camera set up inside of George Floyd's family home, like it was NBA draft night or NFL draft night, like recording their reactions. That's kind of weird to me. I mean, if my one of my kids got killed like that, I wouldn't want like news cameras in there taping my reaction. Like I'm pretty sure they probably got paid for some stuff like that. That was just kind of weird. Like, there's no tears from the mom. The aunt seemed more mad than the mom did. That was, like,
Hey,
why?
everybody grieves differently.
$7 million and you get a rated verdict. I don't know. Like, it's different if you're out there getting interviewed at the courthouse, but to have them pre-set up in your home and stuff like that, that's what they do for NFL draft prospects when they get selected to a team. I don't know, man. 2021, y'all, people just weird now, bro. It's different.
It's real different.
Real different. Social media and the internet done changed the course of history forever, and I don't think we're getting it back.
We're gone.
Too far gone. Speaking of too far gone, the great state of Florida, your governor. Oh boy, you want to take
always Florida too?
Always Florida.
Always Florida.
Always man.
Oh yeah, if you guys don't know the joke Florida man, it's because always the craziest, most violent, ridiculous news stories come out of Florida, the great state of Florida, and it's just like a common news headline: Florida man does this, Florida man that, Florida man that. So like, there's actually a challenge on the internet. You can type Florida man and then your birthday, and then you see what news stories come up. There's some wild stuff out there. So like, I have a challenge for you guys: do Florida man, then your birthday, and then put in the comments what your story is. We want to see.
I promise you're gonna come up with some wild headlines.
Some wild.
Don't be disappointed. But I'll let you go ahead and take this one.
Oh yeah, so the governor can't even tell. He needs some milk.
Oh my god,
that's so funny. The governor in Florida signed a bill called the anti-riot bill, where basically it's a very vague definition or very relaxed definition of what a civil rights riot is. I think in the bill it has something like if like one or two people throw a water bottle or get like slightly violent or confrontational, they have permission to give force to the crowd. Like that's not a riot though. The thing to me that's frustrating because that's not a riot. To me this is a clear like civil rights infringement issue where we have a right to protest, but they're finding any reason to get rid of our protests. And we know it's going to affect like racial injustice protests, like it always does. When you go to like the little Trumpers anti-mask rallies, they don't ever have cops set up like that.
Nope.
But when it's a civil rights issue, they're ready to fight. Also, it prevents people from getting sued if they run over protesters that are blocking road. So they can literally just run you over and you can't get sued. It says that they can still face like criminal charges, but like let's be honest, like if they can't get sued, do you think the chances are high that they'll actually get in trouble though? Do you think they will actually get any criminal charges against them? Like I just feel like it's a clear, I don't know.
No, I'm right with you. When I read that part, I like literally just laughed out loud. It's just a joke to me.
A joke.
Like they're using these things to try to pretend like they're trying to protect the city and the property and stuff like that, but it's just really just measures to silence minorities.
Yep.
Like,
and you can get 10 years for destroying a monument or flags, statues, anything like that.
Yeah.
Over a monument, like it's stupid. They deserve to be taken down. Like
that they didn't have these type of sanctions in line back in the old days when all the white people was trying to get away from from the king and queen.
Right. They didn't have these measures when white people were rioting after a football game because their team won.
Yep.
First of all, why you riot because your team won? Shouldn't you be happy? Go to Chili's. Go to Chili's and get a drink. Like
so stupid. Like they be jumping on cars, overturning them, and setting fires and stuff. Nobody bats an eye for that.
No one's scared, right?
And
the clear bias. Look, it's not like I'm 100% for destroying property at all costs all the time. But these monuments, they need to be destroyed.
Yeah.
They need to be destroyed. Like we don't need monuments up there of Confederate leaders. What for? Of slave-owning Confederate leaders. What do they need to be set up for? Like you're literally propping them up, honoring their racism, their treason. Like it just makes no sense to me. I mean, we know why they're up, but it's just stupid.
Yeah, it's not gonna make any sense to us because it's not for us.
Exactly.
In our country to them because we're not people. So I mean, actually, if you think about it, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I mean, it does. But that don't need to be up.
Get over it. We need to get over it. Stop trying to change it.
This country is, I don't know. This country is trash. I'm over it. But I can hear you.
Maybe we're the problem. I said, no, I'm just playing.
No. Sometimes though, like, do you ever have those moments where you're so gaslighted by racism? Like, are we the problem? Like, what do we do?
I know it's due, but I can't say it on air.
I think I know what you're saying.
On the way. Anyway, moving on.
I just want to say one thing real quick.
What'd you say?
I just want to say one thing. The people that always, like, you see on Facebook or Twitter or whatever like that, they're talking about destroying monuments. Is, oh, you're erasing history. How dare you? You're erasing history. How are we supposed to learn? But they'll be the same people that get mad that you teach Black history in school.
Yeah, that's true.
We know why. It's because they're fucking racist. Sorry for cussing. Sorry for saying that. I just get heated.
Oh, look at that. Oh. Yeah.
That's that Wesley Snipes dog.
It's gonna be so crispy. It's good. But moving on. Just a couple more days. Friday. Are you ready?
I am.
For Mortal Kombat.
Let's get it.
It's Friday. The wait is over. It was supposed to come out last Friday, and it got pushed back to this week. And I'm just so excited. Like, I have my whole day planned out. I've been waiting for so long. The original movie came out when we lived in Virginia then. We was like, I was probably 9 or 10 years old when that movie came out.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. What was it, like 1997, 1998?
No, that came out like 94, 95 probably.
But I thought Mortal Kombat came out in 1996, like the game.
The game? No, that came out before then. It came out before then.
Let me see.
It's been a long ass time. It's been at least 20 plus years since the original game. Guys, stop. Since the original game and the movie coming out.
Oh, it came out in 95.
95, okay. Yeah, we were little then when it came out. Yeah, we all these years we still into the game, into the movie. I still watch the original movie every now and then on Netflix.
What about the sequel?
No.
Annihilation. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you like bad movies to like sit down and laugh at, Mortal Kombat Annihilation is one of the best, worst movies ever made. It is so terrible in every single way imaginable.
That's worse.
Like, you can literally see, like, with the special effects, you can literally see like the white lines and stuff on the special effects. Like, they're not even finished. It's terrible.
It's so ghetto.
So all you movie fans and Mortal Kombat fans, hope y'all like the movie because we're ready. We've been waiting forever for this.
And you're telling me the trailer that came out is like the first 7 minutes. I can't even watch it because I just want to be surprised when I see it. I don't want to. My anticipation can't be any higher, and if I watch that, I know it's just. I'll probably.
I did watch it. I watched it.
You did? Oh yeah, one of my friends watched it too, and it's like, don't tell me anything. Don't tell me.
I won't spoil anything, but like, there's nothing really. If you know the story of Mortal Kombat, it's not really spoiled. Yeah. But I will say, for the first 7 minutes, I'm pretty pumped. It was pretty well done. They gave a little backstory. It was like slightly emotional in a bit way, very intense. The action and the blood is definitely there.
Sweet.
Already. I know.
Great trash, but as long as there's like copious amounts of blood and gore, then it's all worth it.
Look, I don't even need a story. It can just be a scene after scene. Here's a fatality. Here's another fatality. I'll be set.
Just show 10 fights and 10 fatalities. We're good.
Just so.
I don't need no dialogue, no nothing. Just get over here. We're good.
Show 10 blood and guts. 10 spinal cords getting ripped out. I'm good.
For y'all, it'll be out in theaters, but it's also going to be for subscribers of HBO Max. I believe it's for the first 30 or 31 days. So yeah, if you subscribe to that, please watch it when it comes out. If you don't have it, see if you can get you a free trial. See if you can share with somebody. But watch this movie.
If you want to go to the theater, watch it too. I will say I'm a little disappointed already
On what?
that there's no katana in the movie.
Really? Bro, how you gonna cut
I mean, I
Katana?
don't think so. I mean, when you look at the cast, the Melina's in it, but not Kitana.
How you have Melina but not Katana? That don't
I
even
know.
make sense.
Johnny
That's
came first.
Sub-Zero. Like,
maybe they're saving it for the sequel.
Liu Kang with no Shang Tsung. Like, what?
I mean, they don't have Johnny Cage either.
Oh my god, how?
I know. I don't get it.
What on?
I don't
Well,
get it.
hopefully it'll be a surprise and they just pop up somewhere in the movie. Maybe they want to spoil it or something.
Or maybe they're saving it for the sequel. I mean, it looks like it. Look, the movie looks like it's going to be pretty successful.
Yeah. I
So
think
hopefully there'll be a sequel greenlit soon. And we get Katana, we get Johnny Cage.
the games have been selling super well, especially the last one, Mortal Kombat 11, that I have. And most of the fans are people who've been watching it since they were little kids and playing the game since they were little kids like us. So there's lifelong fans that are a huge hardcore following behind it. So if you don't make a sequel, you're just dumb.
If you don't make a sequel out there, you're trash.
You're literally a piece
A
of shit.
piece of shit. You guys out there, if you don't see Mortal Kombat when it comes out, you're literally a piece of shit.
Oh my god. But, moving on to our last topic. You go ahead and sit this one out because I know you hate sports. But since I mentioned last time that we were gonna whatever, dude. Whatever. I'm throwing get over here. Since we mentioned we want to cover like a variety of topics to try to cover as many interests as we can. One of my favorite things in the world, football. I love NFL draft season because I watch college football more than NFL, and a lot of these guys I'm following since high school, like their junior, sophomore, junior, senior year, and then into college. And it's just fun to see them get drafted to a professional team and realize their dream, and see, which if your favorite team is going to get your favorite player. And then I watch a lot of the prospects and do like my own scouting reports just for fun and mock drafts and stuff like that. So this is like my Christmas time for me. So I'm like super excited. And it's next week, next Thursday.
Christmas time.
What is it?
You said it's your Christmas time.
This is my Christmas time. You know, my wife will tell you this is my Christmas time. This is my it's next week. The first round is next Thursday. It'll be on like ESPN, NFL Network, Fox. And then next Friday night is rounds 2 and 3. And then Saturday is rounds 4 through 7. So obviously the most important round, or the most televised and most watched, is round 1, which is most important because those are like your blue chip guys that's supposed to get you over the hump. I just wanted to go over I have three favorite teams. It's Dallas Cowboys, unfortunately, the Arizona Cardinals, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady, we don't call it Tampa no more. We call it Tampa. The greatest of all time. So those are my three favorite teams, but I want to go through the Cowboys and Cardinals, just some prospects that I think that they'll have a shot of getting with their picks. Let me just get to my notes real quick. So number one prospect for the Cowboys, they have a lot of needs, mainly on defense. They need corners, they need edge rushers, they need defensive tackles. On offense, they could use another offensive lineman. They have pretty decent tight ends, but there's one special tight end in this draft, and they actually might have a shot at getting him. Tight ends are not normally drafted in the top 10. There's been like 2 ever.
I'd say the name tight end to me is hilarious.
But whatever. They call it tight end because he lines up next to the offensive tackle, which is the last person on the offensive line. So he's at the end, and he's
tight.
Yeah, they call it tight end.
I know it's tight. I was kidding.
Oh no,
I was kidding.
His name, the top tight end prospect, his name is Kyle Pitts, and this dude he's literally a mutant. Like he's like 6'6", has like an 81-inch wingspan. He ran the 40-yard dash in 4.5 seconds, which is like only running backs and receivers run that fast, and corners usually. He's just a freak. He's like one of the freakiest prospects at that position ever. They don't really need him, but he's a difference maker, and they already have one of the top offenses in the NFL. And if they get him, they'll really go over the top. If they go defense route, they'll probably target corner with the 10th pick that they have. So Patrick Surtain is the top corner. His father was a corner with the Super Bowl champion Baltimore Ravens back in the day, so he has a good pedigree. I think either one of those two guys would be a good pick. I think it might be a little too early for a defensive tackle or edge rusher. And the top offensive tackles that they could use, they're both probably going to be gone by the time they pick. So, personally, I would rather them go Kyle Pitts and then worry about corner and the rest of positions later in the draft, because he's a once in a generation type like prospect. And if he's the best player available, you better get him. Can never go wrong with having too many good players. And then for the Cardinals, a couple of their needs, they need definitely a pass rusher. They need what else they need? Another corner. I know they just got one in the free agency, but they can definitely use another one. And then on offense, they can always use offensive linemen, maybe another receiver. So realistically, their prospects for pass rushers, they could probably go with. Let me scroll to my notes. I don't even know if I'm saying it's right. His name right is Queedy Payne from Michigan. He's an edge rusher, or Gregory Rosso from Miami. If they get corner, I think Patrick Surtain will be gone that we just discussed. But there's my other favorite one. His name is J.C. Horn from South Carolina, or Caleb Fairley from Virginia Tech. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to go too in detail, but if you want me to, just hit me up. I have these notes and scouting reports on demand.
Wait, do you really have like all your notes spread out? You just be watching all this and like all your statistics of all these players?
Yeah, what I do is when I start my draft process, I usually wait till January 15th or 16th. That's the cutoff day for all of the underclassmen, like the juniors, or people that have been in college for 3 years. They can declare if they want to go to the draft. Once they do that, then they can't play college sports anymore once they sign an agent. So I'll wait till that, so the list is official, and then I come up with at least my top 10 players at each position on offense and defense. So that's quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end, offensive tackle, center and guard, D tackle, D end, linebacker, safety, and corner. So 11 different positions. And then from there, that's when I start watching. I get on YouTube, but the YouTube videos I watch, it's not highlights that just show the good plays. I watch like the full games that just their plays. So you see the good and the bad. And then I write like little mini scouting reports on what they do good, what they could work on. And then once I've finished all that for all the prospects, then I come up with the top 100 prospects. And then that's when I rank them, usually like once every month until the draft starts. And then that's why I know so many guys. And like I said, I've been watching a lot of these people since they were like in high school. So, and then I play Madden on Xbox all the time. So I know everybody. This is my life. Football, two things I love in this world. I know almost everything about. Get at me. But that would be it for today. I know you don't tune into football, so I know probably just sitting here like, what the hell are you talking about?
Into that.
Like, I don't know what he's talking about.
It's cute for you though. Let's kidding.
Whatever. So that's gonna be it for today. Oh no, we did have one hot take. Or a hot take for me. My hot take is, since I'm out here grilling these hot dogs and stuff, my hot take is that side dishes are overrated. Let me tell you why. Like when you're grilling, like if it's Thanksgiving dinner, then no, you absolutely need side dishes. But for grilling, it's like if you're grilling hot dogs, hamburgers, steaks, you got all this meat. Like, what do you even need the sides for? You're gonna be full off all the meat. The sides are just gonna go to waste, and sometimes the sides don't even go that good with what you're grilling. Like me, I rarely cook sides. If I do, it's usually like some asparagus to go with some steak or something like that. But basically, my side is a regular dish. My side is shrimp.
No, that's just fat. That's just fat right there. I disagree with you there on that, bruh. I love a good side dish. Especially with like a barbecue, like some potato salad, macaroni salad.
Oh yeah, barbecue. Definitely for that. But when I'm talking about when it's just like burger. Well, if you're doing burgers, I guess some fries. But
Fries.
If you're doing like multiple, like 3 different meats at once, like I don't really think you need side too much. I don't know. It's just personal opinion. I know my cousin. She always be getting on me because she'd be like, when I lived in Arizona, I would always grill on Saturdays during college football, and then I have like all this meat stuff. She'd be like, "Nigga, where the sides at?" I'm like, nigga, the steak is the side.
Okay, look, that is fat right there. A meat is not a side.
In this household, it is whatever.
I have a hot take as well.
Okay, what is it?
Real quick before we end the show today. My hot take that is that Netflix is becoming the worst streaming service.
It really is. I agree with you.
Netflix don't have nothing that interesting. Like, for me, I don't need a bunch of new stuff if you have like a lot of good old movies that people are interested in. But like sometimes, like, what does Netflix even have? Like, the horror section is garbage.
Yeah.
Like the originals, a lot of the originals aren't even that good. The original movies are not that great. There's like a few here and there, but most of the original movies are just kind of forgettable. It's just not good.
The same for like literally the past 4 years. It's like literally 2 new movies like every quarter of the year that come out. It's like the same things I've been seeing since like 2015.
I know. I mean, this might not even be a hot take then. Seems like everyone else might think this.
It really does.
It's a cold take.
Yeah, all the other streaming services like Hulu, they have a good selection of horror. What are some of the other ones? Like even like newer ones like Peacock, they even have a small little horror section.
Even just the size horror.
Free stuff. They got the best horror selection to me. Anyways, they got like all the old classics, all the hard to find stuff, like stuff you never heard of. That's just like over the top. Amazon Prime, their horror section is kind of sus too. They're in the same boat with Netflix, but at least they got some newer stuff than Netflix does.
Right. Yeah. Netflix. Sometimes I'm like, should I just cancel it? But I just keep it anyway.
But yeah, well, that's gonna be us today. We went a little bit over, but it's okay. Only 6 minutes, so
y'all gonna watch anyway.
Yeah, you can watch it anyway. Once again, if you watch it on YouTube, please like and hit the share button, the subscribe button, comment. If you watch it on Facebook, do the same thing. Please, if you guys got topics you guys want us to discuss, or any suggestions on how we can improve, please let us know. We'll definitely look into those. Please don't forget the products. Get you your beard oil, your beard balm, candle, get your house smelling good.
A little t-shirt.
Get my book for a scare. Get your t-shirt, you look good. So that's all we got for today. I'm your host, Grease, co-host Josh. We out.
Bye. Watch Black is King on Disney Plus.
Watch Mortal Kombat.